me, Dr. Fuck from Thrash or Die in Combat. And I also have a podcast called the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast. Check it out. Anyway, I'm back, and this time I'm doing actual requests. I mean, not that I asked for requests, but I've had a lot of people ask me to do a Deep Purple review, and many of them said do In Rock, and In Rock is my favorite Deep Purple album. I got it here somewhere. You know what? I'm not prepared, so let me find it. Then I'll get into the review, okay? I'm sorry about this, but look at these right here, man. Just give me a sec, I'll find it. Anyway, it was released in 1970, and actually June 3rd, 1970. Got it right here. This is their fourth studio album. Before this, they had Rod Evans on vocals and Nick Simpler on bass, and they fired him. And then they hired Ian Gillan and Roger Glover. Before this album came out, they released a single for a song called Hallelujah, which I really like, but it flopped. And then they released a single for Black Knight, and that did so good. I think it went number 2 on the UK charts. But neither of them appear on this album, at least not the first pressing. I know there's been many, remasters that bring all these, I think there's one that brings an extra disc with Roger Glover's mixes. Actually, I don't think I know, because I own it. But, Richie Blackmore says this is his favorite Deep Purple album, along with Machine Head. Mine is this one, and then Machine Head would be second place. I like this one more. I'm looking at this, my little notes here, and what else do I have to say? Nothing else, man. What I gotta say is let's get into it. This is Deep Purple. I love this album. This is In Rock, Gatefold. Let's get into it, man. Deep Purple In Rock, like I said, released back in June 3rd, 1970. I was a young little lad, so I didn't know. I was alive already. Yes, I'm very old. Actually, I was 5 years old. And when this came out, but of course I wasn't. I think what I owned then was the Dr. Dolittle soundtrack. And I also remember back then, around that time, in 1970, the only record I owned was the Dr. Dolittle soundtrack and a 45 to Don McLean's American Pie. So that's all I was into at that age, but this was released, this album right here is very prototype heavy metal. Black Sabbath beat them to the punch. They released their first album the same year. This was recorded in '69, just like Black Sabbath was, but Black Sabbath beat them to it. But even if they didn't, I still would. If this came out before the first Sabbath, I'd still have to say the first Sabbath is more metal. But this is like really heavy in spots. Heavier than Blue Cheer. Yeah, I know I'm going to spark a little controversy with all you Blue Cheer nut swingers out there that claim they are the first heavy metal band. But yet you say that and you don't even acknowledge Jimi Hendrix Experience, which they were doing that shit before Blue Cheer. Blue Cheer was doing nothing different than Jimi Hendrix. That was killer hard rock. Black Sabbath is heavy metal, and this has a lot of, I think this has metal in it. There's some metal-ish songs on this one. So let's get into it, man. This is track 1. Speed King, as you hear that killer intro, that crazy intro. On the American version, didn't have this. There's actually like 3 versions of this song. There's another version that I have. I have this CD from Deep Purple. I think it's called A through B's or something like that. It's like a bunch of B-sides and A-sides of their singles, and Speed King is different on there. It has like kind of like a little guitar interlude and like mellow piano keyboard something. And then the American version didn't have, like the In Rock version didn't have this intro, and this is the UK version where it's heavy as fuck. I love it. It's like right to the point. I love this damn song. This is a amazing, amazing song. That's actually an ode to old school rock and roll. You know, it has like Good Golly, Miss Molly, and Tutti Frutti, you know, Little Richard lyrics. But it's also an ode to Elvis Presley and Chuck Berry. And it's rip-roaring, it's fast, it's a killer hard rock tune. And again, I mean, God, Ian Gillan's vocals were just, man, one of the greatest singers ever, man, right there, man. I mean, he hits highs on this song and songs coming up that are just non-human, man, abnormal. The guy was just a freak of nature, man. And this whole band, man, you have Ian Pace, who's just a phenomenal, exceptional drummer. John Lord, who is personally my favorite keyboard. I mean, that guy made keyboards heavy, you know. And Roger Glover, fucking solid bass player. And of course, what I consider now the most underrated guitar player out there is Ritchie Blackmore. Yeah, I know a lot of you are saying, what do you mean underrated? Yeah, underrated. I'm sure he wasn't before, but nobody talks about Blackmore anymore, and he's one of the best, I think, you know? Forget your fucking shredding, forget your, you know, how technically good you are, where he could shred, he could, man, I never saw anybody do sweeps back in '70, and he was. Technically, he's a phenomenal player, but yeah, technically there's much better players, but all those better players don't have that emotion. Ritchie Blackmore is definitely in my top 5 for guitar players because he has this emotion in his playing. Like, he'll hit little notes here and there, and that's so that just like, it touches me, man. It touches me. And then he can rip like Highway Star. Even this song, like, he rips all over this album, but man, when he gets mellow and pure emotion, man, fuck that, man. I don't really think many people are better than Ritchie Blackmore. He's definitely one of the best, and I love the hell out of him. Let's go to the next track. Bloodsucker. This song rules. This is one of my favorite tunes on here. Heavy, slow grinding. You know, I mean, if anybody like listens to the song, you'd think it was called No No No, which the next album, Fireball, has a song called No No No. But this song's called Bloodsucker, and man, when Ian screams that No 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 on this song, it's like, fuck yeah, man. I think that, you know, when I first heard this song, I was very young. When I first heard Ian Gillan like scream like that, little hairs popped out of my testicles. That's how I got hair on my balls. In rock, put hair on my balls. I love the hell out of this one. And Blackmore and Lord, that little jam in the middle, fucking rules, man. And also, you know, they re-recorded this song with Steve Morris on the album called Abandon, which I like that album a lot. It was a good album. They re-recorded this song, but they called it Bloodsucker, B-L-U-D Sucker, instead of the proper way of spelling it, B-L-O-O-D Sucker, that's on In Rock. What a great fucking song. Fuck yeah, let's go to the next tune. The epic, to me, like the greatest Deep Purple song, maybe. Yeah, I'd have to think about it, but yeah, I would have to say, you know, the greatest Deep Purple song and one of the greatest songs ever, Child in Time. Some people say that John Lord stole this from a song from a band called A Beautiful Day, a song called Bombay Calling from them. A lot of people claim that he stole it, and then that band, A Beautiful Day, like ripped off Ring That Neck from Deep Purple and called it Don and Dewey. I guess it was their payback for it, but you know, I never got around to, I mean, I did a little research for you guys, and I never got around. I wanted to listen to this A Beautiful Day version, so jury's out on my end. I can't tell you if it sounds like it or not, but actually Ian Gillan, I think, said that John Lord was listening to that album when this song was recorded, so looks like they did. You know, I know there's the song Black Knight. I forgot who it is. I'm sure somebody can bring it up, but I did hear it. There's a song back in the day with that riff. And yeah, it's a total rip. Like, they totally ripped off that. So yeah, Deep Purple is no different than early Led Zeppelin, I guess, you know? Early Led Zeppelin, may I say, because a lot of people think that Led Zeppelin stole their whole career. Can somebody please tell me what they stole after Houses of the Holy? Or even during Houses of the Holy? I don't know, maybe there is something on Houses of the Holy, but come on. Physical Graffiti, Cashmere, stuff like that, and Presence, and what is it? Into the Outdoor? I honestly don't think they ripped off anybody on those albums. And those happen to be my favorite Led Zeppelin albums, so go figure. Anyway, but this, I will admit, man, God, you know, this is kind of a blatant ripoff. Talking about the song Black Knight, not Child in Time, because I haven't heard that version. But anyway, Ritchie Blackmore actually used a Gibson ES335 on this song, which, you know, everybody knows Ritchie Blackmore is the Stratocaster. But oddly enough, you know, he played it, a Gibson on here, and he does a ripping 2-minute solo, you know, and you know, he comes in fast and furious, like crazy guitar player, and then, you know, it you know, first it starts off so mellow with John Lord with that tasty little keyboard playing, and then it gets real heavy, and Gillan like hitting, just when you think Gillan couldn't hit higher notes, man, like he goes high, higher, and then he goes so fucking high that I don't think it's humanly possible to go higher than that. Maybe Rob Halford did do it on Exciter. I don't know, I'd have to listen to them both. But he just screams so fucking high, and then it goes into this 2-minute guitar solo, ripping. Blackmore just fucking going at it, man, and then it just stops again and goes back into the mellowness. And then it just, again, Gillan raises the high notes, and then it just like, ooh, it builds up, and then it just crashes at the end with that note. What a perfect song. Yeah, Ian said it was, he wrote the lyrics about, you know, the threat of, you know, nuclear threat. Like, you know, they were afraid of the nuclear bomb and stuff like that. And that's what he was writing about when he wrote this song. You know, this has to do with nuclear threat, with a nuclear threat. That's what this song's about. I love it. Child in Time, a classic, one of the greatest songs of all time. Never mind the best Deep Purple song. Fucking epic. Next track. Oh my God, Fly to the Rat. This is like, you know, I'd say almost tied for my favorite on here. I'd have to say Child in Time definitely takes the top slot for me. But Fly to the Rat ain't that far behind. It's so heavy and so fast. This to me is like heavy metal. This song right here, it's got that riff, and it's just, and it's fast paced, and it just doesn't stop. And it's like, I don't know, how long is this song? 7 or 8 minutes? It's like real long, and it's non-stop. Ian Pace going at it the whole fucking time. And then like that, John Lord's like does this fucking heavy ass keyboard solo in the middle of it, and then they hand it over to fucking Blackmore, who just rips a ripping guitar solo like he did in Child in Time. What a great song, fucking killer song, one of my favorite, and it disgusts me to find out that this song has never been played live. What a shame, man. I can't believe they never played this song live. It baffles my mind. Woof. Anyway, so I love it, but Fly to the Rat fucking rules. Next track. Into the Fire, man, is that heavy? Listen to that fucking riff. That's like fucking almost Doom, you know, almost Sabbathy. Killer fucking song, killer slow grinding tune, where Ritchie Blackmore like keeps it slow, like for the sake. That's another thing I love about Blackmore, man. You know the fucker's insane and would love to like break loose, but he just like, he works for the song, and he does like a great guitar, keeping it like, you know, mid-paced, you know, for the song. Solo's amazing. It's just an amazing fucking song. The last time I saw Deep Purple, which was only not even a year ago, I saw them on, I don't know, it must have been like November last year, maybe like 6 months ago the most. They played this song. And a lot of people complain that Ian Gillan's voice ain't that good. And yeah, it's, you know, it's seen better days, but boy, he hit these notes. And I actually filmed it with I filmed that song, and you can see it on YouTube somewhere. Just type in Deep Purple, Into the Fire, Hollywood Hard Rock 2014, and judge for yourself. I think Ian Gillan sang it great. Love this damn song. God, I love this whole album. There ain't a bad song on here, man. This song rules just like this next one. Ah yes, Live and Wreck. Again, a straight ahead. This one's like a rocking song, straight ahead. It's about a failed relationship. That's what the lyrics are about. And man, it touches me. I remember listening to this song when, you know, this is how I found out it was kind of like a relationship type song. I was hearing it one day when I was like, you know, moaning over some bitch I no longer care about. Yeah, you know, when you break up with a girl, it's always bad. And then, you know, I always say this to people, like if you're listening to this review right now and you just broke up with somebody and you're going through like depression over this person, be it a girl or a guy, whoever you are, if you're listening to me now, these are words I tell people, and I tell myself when, because, you know, we're all human and we all, you know, it hurts to break up with somebody you love, and, you know, I've gone through it too, but what I say myself is like nothing can cure it but time. Time will cure it, but I can give you a little thing to look forward to. If you're in a relationship and you ended it, you really like the girl, but you know there's no way going back, I gotta tell you this, as bad as you feel and horrible as you feel, and you're gonna continue feeling this way till time cures it, but at least keep this in mind. Remember the girl before her? Remember the guy before him that you were depressed over when you broke up? He doesn't matter anymore, does he? Well, this person is not gonna matter anymore in the future as well. Keep that in mind, all right? But for now, just be a living wreck. Time will cure that, okay? Best of luck. I hope time flies for you guys. All right, next track. Hard Lovin Man. It's a song about me. Yeah, man. They saw me at 5 years old and wrote this song about me because back when I was 5 years old, I was getting laid. I don't know why I just said that. Anyway, it's a great fucking song. It's a killer tune. It's 7 minutes long. Great way to end the album. Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, I kind of go through it kind of quick because there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 songs on here. So, you know, I kind of breeze through it, but Hard Lovin' Man's a great song. It's heavy. Again, you know, it's got that heavy pace to it. You know, kind of like Fly to the Rat, but in my opinion, not as good. I do believe they have played this live. They play this live, but not Fly to the Rat. Go figure. Anyway, that was my review. I know a lot of people wanted to hear my Deep Purple review, and yes, I know Black Knight, you know, is on remasters, and so is Hallelujah. And I don't know. I mean, I should. Okay, since my time's unlimited now, I can discuss a couple things that I'm not a big Deep Purple fanatic, so some of you will know more than me. I have this CD, I forgot the name of it, but it has like rare tunes on it. I don't know if they were recorded during this era. If they were, then these are great songs. There's a song called Cry Free. That's really cool. Another song called Painted Horse. A live version of Hush that rules. I believe that was around that time. I know there's a long ass live version of Wring That Neck, and I'm sure there's other stuff on there. I can't remember. I think it's called Unreleased and Rare or something like that. Unreleased and Raw. I don't know. Wish I had it here to show you. Ah, the magic of editing. Here it is. It's actually, the name of the CD is called New, Live, and Rare. This is a really good CD. As I told you, it has Hush live on it. Painted Horse, a killer studio track. Cry Free. I love that song. It's really cool. Child in Time, a live version. Strange Kind of Woman. I believe it's just a regular studio version. Oh, I'm Alone. That's another song that's unreleased. That's really cool. When a Blind Man Cries is amazing. I believe that was during the, I know that was during the Machine Head. I think they re-released it And they do play it live a lot with Steve Morris. And then a long version of Ring That Neck. This is from Metal Mania CDs. I don't know. I one time I got into this Deep Purple thing, and look, I got some more CDs. This one is called Spirit of Freedom, and this is a live CD with Joe Satriani. Joe Satriani was in the band for like 10 minutes, and he played Japan with them, and this is a CD. I believe this is a double CD, right? Yes, a double CD. I'm almost positive this is bootleg. This is no official release. This I don't think so. This, if you look at the spine, it's from Japan. But you know, over here it tells you what it's really called. Here's another one. This is actually a bootleg from a label, and this label is really good. Everything I got from this label, it's called Oh Boy. It sounds great, and this is called Let's Go Space Truckin', which is the Burn lineup, and this was live. It doesn't say where. It just says live April 6th, 1974. So maybe some of you guys know where this is from. And here I'm bringing up all my rare. I have the whole discography. Look, here's another one from the same label as that new Live and Rare, Metal Mania. This one is called Live in London, which again is the Burn lineup and the Burn tour. And I don't have my glasses on, so I'm sorry, I can't tell you exactly where this show is from, but this is good stuff. Sounds great. Here's the one I was talking about earlier, the one that has the rare version of Speed King, Hallelujah's on here, Black Knight, Strange Kind of Woman, I'm Alone, Fireball, Demon's Eye, and then it has like a couple of the rare ones with Rod Evan, which is a great song called Amaretta. I love that song. I believe that's on none of the albums. That Bird Had Flown, Kentucky Woman, One More Sunny Day, and Hush. This is good stuff. This has like a lot of B-sides, even, you know, Love Child, like all the way up to Come Taste the Band. Good stuff. Here's another one. This is Live at Nebworth, 1985 Perfect Strangers Tour. Good shit. I like this one too. This one is fucking awesome. I love this one. I believe this is an official release. This is called Deep Purple in Concert. And I have this on vinyl as well. I'm gonna edit, and you're gonna see the vinyl right now. Ha! There, you see? Look, I have it on vinyl as well. I actually found this recently at a record convention. Shit, recently, I'm talking about 2 weeks ago. I found this at a record convention, and it brings 2 vinyl inside. It's not a gatefold though, it's kind of just squashed in there, but I did play it, and it did sound good. This is really, really good. This, I believe, is during the... actually, I think disc 1 is in rock and disc 2 is Machine Head, because Never Before is on here, which is rare, a live version of that, and Highway Star and Space Truckin'. Good stuff. That is it. You know, look, and also I own every Deep Purple CD. I own it. You know, the vinyl I have. Let's pull it out. Let's see what Deep Purple I have on vinyl here. Not much. But I will pull out all my Deep Purple vinyl and let you guys see, you know. I'm somewhat of a fan. I'm not like the most die-hard fan. Okay, I'll go through this. Believe me, I have the whole discography on CD, but on vinyl I have this one, House of Blue Light, which I was a little disappointed, but it does have its moments. I like Bad Reputation, or Bad Attitude a lot. I like these Black and White and Dead or Alive. It's an okay album. It's just Perfect Strangers is much better. This was the last one with Ian Gillan in the 70s, and I think this is a really underrated album. Rat Bat Blue, Smooth Dancer, what's that other one? Super Trooper, Woman from Tokyo, everybody knows. It's a good album, man. I think Who Do You Think We Are is pretty good. This one's really good too. Fireball. This is between In Rock and Machine Head. I believe Ian Gillan said this is the best Deep Purple album. I disagree, but it's a good album. It has what's that one song I really like on here? Demon's Eye, Anyone's Daughter. I love that fucking song. And No One Came, Fool, The Mule. Great fucking album. I love it. And Fireball, my favorite track off the album. The Comeback, the 1984 album. Do I have what I think I do in here? I know I used to. Let's see. No. I used to have, I have somewhere a clip of the show I saw back in 1984. Deep Purple played the Hollywood Auditorium. I saw them on this tour. The only time I ever saw Deep Purple with Ritchie Blackmore was this tour. I've seen him several times after with Steve Morris. Great. Oh, Perfect Strangers rules. This one's weird. This is kind of like a best of the early stuff, Mach 1. I saw it for $1. I had to pick it up. La Layla, I love that song. It's a real mellow tune. Anthem, Bird Has Flown, Hush, Mandrake Root. Good stuff. I like that too. This one's the very first Deep Purple album, Shades of Deep Purple. This is great too. This has And the Address. I love that song. That's a really good song. Hush, of course, Mandrake Root. A cool version of Help and Hey Joe. 2 covers on here. Oh, this one. If there's a live album I recommend, it's a Deep Purple live album. Don't get this one. Made in Japan. The best. One of the greatest deep live albums ever. But as far as Deep Purple live albums, this one cannot be beat. And I thought Made of England was awesome too. And of course, Machine Head. You know, everybody knows this one. I love this one, man. Especially, God damn it, what's that 3rd track on here? Pictures of Home. Love that song. I love this album. Highway Star, Space Truckin', Lazy. All right, that's it. And I was just gonna talk about it in rock. And look, you got a bonus. I figured, you know, since it was so short, I'd bring out, you know, all the other stuff. I love Battle Rages On. I think that's a great album. Banana is very underrated. I like that one too. The last one, Who Cares, rules. Perpendicular's good. What else am I missing, man? The early one, Book of Talis, is great. I think that's the one that has Chasing Shadows, or is it the one, the Deep Purple self-titled? Whatever. That song I love. And what else am I missing? Oh, Mach 3. Stormbringer. Come Taste the Band's very underrated. Without Ritchie Blackmore, Tommy Bolin, I highly recommend a Blu-ray out there, or DVD, of that era, where it has an amazing documentary of that era of Deep Purple. Phoenix Rising, I believe it's called. Highly recommend that. I also highly recommend Come Hell or High Water home video. That's where Blackmore, the last Blackmore show, I believe, where he walks out on stage with a beer and starts throwing it at a cameraman, and then they have interviews in between songs where they're basically bashing Blackmore for doing shit like that. Pretty damn interesting home video, and a great live performance too from the Battle Rages On. That's it. I guess I talked enough. Thank you so much for tuning in to my Deep Purple review. Hey, you never know. One day I might review one of these in the future, but I've had a lot of people ask me to do a Deep Purple review, and I may not be the biggest Deep Purple fan, knowledgeable, but hey, I have enough, right? And I do own it all. It's just I'm not as fanatical as a lot of people are. Anyway, but I love Deep Purple. I love me some Deep Purple.